Okay, so let's get right into this, because this story, it's about so much more than just a single playoff loss. It's a really raw look at what happens when a star fails on the biggest stage, the weight of leadership, and what it actually means to be accountable when everything just completely falls apart.
And we're going to start right here with these words from the man at the center of it all, CJ Stroud. Now, this isn't some polished statement from a publicist, right? This is the immediate, painful gut punch reaction just moments after his entire season came to a crashing halt. You can just feel the weight in that sentence.
So, to really understand that quote, we've got to look at what actually happened on the field. The Houston Texans, a team that was riding this incredible wave of hype and high expectations, they walked into a divisional playoff game and their season just completely disintegrated. It was a performance that was, statistically, one of the worst we've seen in the NFL in a long, long time. The whole game, really, was defined by this one number. 4. A career-high 4 interceptions for CJ Stroud. And get this, all of them were thrown before halftime. Now, in a playoff game, every single mistake gets magnified, but these weren't just little mistakes. These were absolute daggers that basically handed the game to the other team, putting his own guys in a hole that was almost impossible to climb out of.
Now, this is where it gets really wild. This number quantifies the disaster, a passer rating of 28. To put that in perspective for you, if a quarterback just spikes the ball into the ground on every single play, their rating is 39.6. So yeah, this wasn't just an off day, it was, by the numbers, the single worst game of his entire professional career.
And this chart just brilliantly illustrates how deep the struggle was. According to NFL Next Gen stats, his completion percentage was almost 16 points lower than what you'd expect, based on how tough his throws were. That wasn't just the worst of the weekend. It was the worst performance by any quarterback in this round of the playoffs for the last 10 years. Just a historically brutal day at the office.
Let's just put this into even sharper focus. When you look at these stats, you realize how rare a collapse like this actually is. Quarterbacks who throw 4 picks in a playoff game, they have a 3-35 record. A performance this shaky isn't just a setback, it's pretty much a guaranteed flight home, period.
So, here's the crucial question. When you face that kind of catastrophic public failure on the biggest stage you can imagine, how do you respond? Do you deflect? Do you make excuses? Or do you just own it? Well, Stroud's choice was immediate and it was unflinching. Total accountability. He didn't blame his receivers, he didn't blame the play calling, he didn't blame the defense. He pointed the finger right at himself. I'm just being careless. That kind of direct ownership, especially from a young star like him, is incredibly rare, and it really speaks volumes about his character.
And this went deeper than just the mistakes on the field, you know? In his mind, he felt like he had personally let everyone down. His teammates who fought all year, the coaches who prepped them, the entire city of Houston. He was taking the weight of the whole organization's hopes and dreams squarely on his shoulders.
But here's where the story takes a fascinating turn. As Stroud was shouldering all this blame, the people around him, his teammates, his coaches, they had a very, very different message for him.
His head coach, DeMeco was asked if he ever even considered benching Stroud after that nightmare of a first half. And his answer was absolute. CJ is our guy. There was zero hesitation. That is such a powerful public display of unwavering faith in your leader, even on his absolute worst day. I mean, this slide just shows such a stark and powerful contrast. On one side, you have Stroud's brutal self-assessment, and on the other, you have what his teammates were saying. His defensive star, Will Anderson Jr., flat out called him the best quarterback in the league, hands down. While Stroud was being his own harshest critic, his team immediately became his biggest defenders.
And this right here might be the most telling moment of all. After the game, away from most of the cameras, Coach Ryans went straight to his quarterback with this simple, powerful message. That's not just coaching, that's building a culture of trust and support that goes so much deeper than any single win or loss. So where do you go from here, right? For CJ Stroud, the journey to rebound didn't start the next day or the next week. It started right there, in that press conference, with the loss still stinging. And this challenge, it comes with some added pressure. This playoff collapse came at the end of a 2025 season where his numbers had already dipped a little from his unbelievable Offensive Rookie of the Year campaign. So the question wasn't just how he'd bounce back from one bad game, but how he would reclaim that truly elite level of play. And in his own words, Stroud basically laid out a clear roadmap for turning this failure into fuel.
Step 1, you acknowledge the problem. Step 2, you commit to fixing it. And step 3, you promise to deliver. It's a blueprint for his entire offseason.
He ended that press conference not with despair, but with this statement of pure resilience and forward-looking determination. He made it crystal clear that this one loss would not define him. No way. It was going to motivate him.
And that leaves us with the ultimate question that's going to hang over the entire offseason. We've seen the collapse, we've seen the accountability, and we have heard the vow. Now, we just have to wait and see if a player's absolute worst day can become the very thing that propels him to his greatest heights.